Hi, I'm Jeff Murrah. I want to welcome you to Healthy Marriage Tips, where today the name of the talk is Responsible for Everything and Confident in Nothing. This is part of a continuing series on codependency / enabling. Now, I went ahead and gave that title because this describes some of the dilemma that codependents find themselves in, where emotionally they feel like they are responsible for so much, yet in terms of individual skills, they're always doubting themselves and they don't have the confidence. Now, one of the dirty secrets about codependence is that codependents are easily controlled and manipulated. People don't want to admit it, but it's true. When you use the right sequence of praise and condemnation, you can have them dancing like a marionette. They need love and respect, and they know that. And many times those that manipulate the codependents, they play off of it. And they'll say things that on the surface sound fairly innocuous, fairly decent, but deep down, or when you use these statements with a codependent and you use them over a period of time, they do have a manipulative effect. Things like, I wish you'd get that promotion. I'd be so proud of you. Why do you drive that piece of junk? I wish you had come. I really needed you. My goodness, what an unusual hairstyle. I'm sure it'll look better once it grows out. Yeah, with each of these, you hear something that's almost like a little barb, or some of that condemnation. Things like, I'm your father. I can say this. If I can't say this, who can? Yeah. With statements like this is the type of stuff that gets the codependent going, because deep down inside they have a core fear that people will be unhappy with them. And the thing is, they are motivated by two things. One is guilt and the other is comparison. Those are the two hot buttons that get the codependent going. Now, if you're a codependent, and what I have gone over today, these things are not intended as an attack, but more so to make you aware of the patterns, because it's hard to change the patterns if you don't know what they are. It's with this, I'm trying to expose things so that you can make those changes, or consciously rewire yourself to where you're not going to be dancing around like a marionette anymore, and you're not going to be so vulnerable to people taking advantage of you. Because there may be times you wonder, how did they talk me into this? How did this happen? Well, they used statements, usually statements that have twisted meanings. It sounds good in one way, but on another way there's that little barb that's just enough to stick you a little bit. And that's how they did it. And when you realize these are the things that people say and do that manipulate you, it can prepare you so that you're not so easily taken advantage of in the future. Now, I'll be going over some more aspects about control and dealing with those types of things, but I needed to go ahead and talk about essentially some of how you're wired, what your hot buttons are, and how these things happen, so that you can take steps toward health and keep these things from happening. So if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to leave them below. I'll be glad to get to them. I thank you for the comments yesterday. Those are always encouraging. And until next time, this is Jeff Murrah wishing you best regards. Goodbye.